Just a small video. This is Sheila in Suffolk and Cambridgeshire doing family tree. It's the 5th of June 2026. I parked over there. It's 20 past 10 and I'm doing the Swaffhams today and probably the Wilbrams and possibly Bottisham, but it depends if I run out of battery or not. So I'm doing short videos. I haven't been in the church yet. I haven't taken any photos of them. I came out and did the graves first in case it buckets down. We've had lots and lots and lots of rain, but I have found several fleshers scattered around that could be linked. Now, since I was here last, there's new houses over there. They are actually built on old graves. Or unless as well as probably this allotment as well. Because I can remember coming up here and going along that way where all the old graves were. So basically those houses, it's a bit like the Amityville Horror, they're built on graves, old graves as well. And I've got them photographed from the past and on audio cassette. So I can't see them today, and they could be my ancestors. Those houses are built on where my ancestors are buried. Basically. So this is just a small video, loves. There's two parts of this church. You can just see the one tower at the moment. And then I'll be off to Swaffham, Bulbeck, where we've got a mixture of people. Over and out to save battery. Just a little bit of extra a minute. Here we've got a Benstead grave. Now I've got a whole load of information about the Benstead family, and we are linked to them. This is 100 years is quite new, but I found several over there, Bensteads. And they're in my tree. If I was to tap onto my tree, they would come up. I'll just do this, lady. In loving memory of our dear mother, Mary Kate Benstead, who died the 12th of February 1911, aged 32. Gosh, she was only 32. Also, she must have died young then. Also, our dear brother, Private Percy Benstead. It's got his number there. Looks like 12557 was his regiment number. 2nd Suffolk Regiment, who died in France on active duty. 2nd of March 1916, aged 19. Rest in peace. He should really have a war memorial, and maybe he did. He should have a Commonwealth grave war plaque here for Percy. So I just done an extra little bit of video about the Bensteads, just in case I forget, and relate it to this graveyard. Like I said, I'm going to go over the little road now. I've parked nearby where I can keep coming back to the car if necessary, because sometimes I've got my umbrella in the bag, I've got a little drink, a little bit of food, I've got just bits really. So like I said, where those houses are, there was parts of the graveyard down there and it is gone. So some really old graves that were down there disappeared. Over and out for a minute. Right, small video. Just bumped into a lovely couple in their 80s out walking their dog. Very interesting, and they pointed out this old Nissan hut from the war, and this is an example of what used to be in people's gardens in the past, you know, during wartime. Yeah, he was in the war, and yeah, they're very interesting to meet them. But they weren't in the war, they were children in the war. So this is an example of one of the few that have left. Obviously it's rusting away now. But they were called Fred and Pat, and they sing in a choir over at Reach. There's about 40 of them. And yeah, it was really nice to have a long chat with them actually. So I thought I'd just come in the graveyard. They were just telling me about the stone wall that's been repaired lovingly by some young men that did it with all the skills. That had all the skills. And Fred actually knows a Peter Benstead. I don't know if he's alive or dead, but apparently he did know a bloke called Peter Benstead. Because I've only just started doing on the Bensteads. I haven't done a lot on them yet. You know, I haven't done a lot. And who's this here then? They probably tidied this up. What's that, Edward? Could be Wallace. In memory of Georgiana. Looks like Comfort. Wife of Edward William somebody or other. I can't quite read it. Looks like Fiddler. But 1857 she died. And Edward died in 1859. It's a big, but I can't quite make out the name. Some big tombs here. Still got its rails. I'm going to be careful with the video because of memory. Look at this one, little stubby markers around this tomb. Just can't remember doing all this before. It could be one of ours, you see. Could be one of ours, couldn't it? George, son of Sarah, wife of... Yeah. Not very clear, is it? And here's the stone wall that's been repaired, look. All the way along there. So I don't know who this tomb is, but I'm going to turn off now and do photos only to save battery, and I'll come back on when I find anything. Over and out. In the church I will be going in soon. I'm inside one of the Swaffham Prior churches, which is a redundant church, by the way, and it's used for various different projects that are going on. St Cyriac and St Julietta, or Giulietta of Swaffham Prior. So it's cared for by the Church Conservation Trust. Sometimes they have leaflets. Come in. Sorry, I kept the video running then, didn't I? It's a nice little door there, look. I wonder what that is. That there, if you lift that up, there'll be steps going down. It probably goes down to the vaults where people are buried underneath. You take that out, there'll be steps going down under the door. There's the old coffin carrier. Like I said, they do lots of drama and art in here and have lots of, you know, you manage markets and all sorts. This church is functional. It's redundant as a religious place, exactly. It might still be consecrated, but it's used, it's functional, it's not been deserted, and it's maintained. And if we're lucky in here, there might be a door open. Oh yeah, that's the storage area. I've done this before, but I've never videoed it. And I can't do a lot because of the problem is I've got the battery's an issue. I can't charge it when I'm out. That's the problem with it. It hasn't got a portal for that. There's some scripture on the walls there, and you can see the size of it. And the gallery. I don't know if I ever got in the gallery, but for safety reasons, they're keeping those doors locked. But it's a massive place. Great place for social gatherings, isn't it? Right, over and out. That's all I'm going to say for now. So this is Swaffham Prior, one of the churches. I'm going in the other one in a minute. There is a history why two were built, which I used to know. I've forgotten. I now have to, when I go back home, when I do this, I will find my old stuff and, add it. Over and out.